Here we go, yet another YouTuber complaining about their job and life. I definitely should be filming a sponsored video right now because it's definitely due in a few days, but I decided to film this video instead. I just really need to get my thoughts out there about this, and I have vented plenty to my boyfriend and my friends, and so now it's your guys' turn. I posted a little thing on social media on Instagram and Twitter, and basically just saying how I've been in a rut for a couple years, a YouTube rut that is, job rut, whatever you want to call it. I feel like my passion fluctuates very much on my channel pretty consistently, and it depends on the content that I'm making, and obviously you guys know that my content fluctuates quite consistently on my channel. And in case you haven't noticed, I have a lot of interests and I like to talk about a lot of different things, and you know, like any normal human does. My neighbors are walking around again. Anyway, I have a lot of interests. I like to talk about a lot of things like any normal human does, and I try to just be myself on my channel. So with that goes a lot of different kinds of content coming at you. And that's fine and good, but when you want to run a YouTube channel, that doesn't work. Now that sounds like really negative and like I'm complaining, and it is, and I am, but I'm not going to really change myself to fit in more into a niche on YouTube. I just have never found my niche. I've never fit into a specific box. I think a lot of people try to put me into a box when people ask me what my channel is about on, like, in public, and like when I meet real people in real life and they ask me, well, what are your videos on? I never know what to say. I'm just like, lifestyle, fashion, sometimes I like horror stuff, and yeah. I have tried throughout the years to change my content to fit into a niche because I felt like that's what you have to do to become a successful YouTube channel. You may think from an outsider looking at my channel that I've just always talked about things that I've cared about, and to an extent that's true, but every time I post a video I'm like, this is the one, this is my niche right here, I love this video, and then I get bored like anyone does with any hobby. You know, I have tried to change myself and my content to fit in more on YouTube because it is a hard, tough world out here in the sea of YouTubers. I have tried being a beauty guru. I've tried being a fashion channel. I have tried being an ethical creator, like promoting ethical consumerism. I've tried being a true crime channel. I've obviously tried my hand at mental health videos, story times, vlogs, conspiracy theories even, bullet journaling, vlogging, you name it, I've tried it. I feel like fashion really stuck the most on my channel. Fashion and mental health, I would say, really stuck the most, and so I would explore that area, and I've enjoyed posting all the videos that I've posted for the most part. I have over 1,000 videos on my main channel. Probably some of them I didn't have the most fun with, but I wouldn't do this if I wasn't having a good time, right? So I have enjoyed filming all these. I haven't tried these things because I feel like YouTube wants me to, or that you guys want me to. I've tried these things because I'm genuinely interested in all of them, so I give it a shot. I give it a go, my hand at these things, to see if I fit in to those categories on YouTube. And those are all different sides of me, and I enjoy making those videos until I don't anymore, and then I stop. And I think that is why I never found the niche, because I stopped doing them. I'm just like, I'm kind of bored with this, so I'm gonna move on to something else that I enjoy, aka beauty videos. Not a fan of those anymore. I feel like genuinely this sounds like I'm trying to like get pity or something, but I just feel like, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not here to complain about that. I'm just sharing my opinions about YouTube right now. So I feel like genuinely I've never been like that good or good enough at any one of those type of topics in order for that to be my niche. You know, I've never fit into being a full fashion channel because I'm not that great at it, at those kind of videos. You know, I'm not very artsy and creative, believe it or not. And also with mental health, I feel like I'm not educated enough to become a full-on mental health channel. So I did what I felt was appropriate, and anything beyond that felt wrong and like I wasn't having a good time. I just feel a little misplaced in YouTube, but I feel like that's okay. Like, I don't feel like I have to have a niche. It never felt genuine to just do fashion videos, because to me, I feel like there are way more important things out there that I want to talk about, such as ethical consumerism, mental health, things like that. But also those don't feel genuine to just do those things, because I am a multifaceted person and it doesn't feel like I'm representing myself properly on YouTube if I don't encompass all of my interests, right? Or at least 5 of them or a handful of them. So given that I'm a lot like you and I have a lot of facets to my personality, I have a lot of interests, it's really difficult as a YouTuber to find consistent viewers that watch everything I do. So therefore, you kind of go into a little bit of a rut when it comes to numbers on your YouTube channel because it's just unrealistic to expect everyone to have the same exact interests that I have. But at the same time, I know that there's lots of you out there that appreciate everything that I do post about and generally encompass a lot of your interests as well. And I've always created content that allows my viewers to kind of pick and choose what they feel like watching. You know, I like to project a lot of my interests onto my channel because it is a representation of me. Can my neighbors be any louder? If I just posted about mental health or fashion or whatnot, I don't feel like you guys would know the real me, you know? I have tried so hard in the past to fit into other people's aesthetics. Like I have tried to copy, not directly, but try to be inspired by other people's aesthetics and try to fit into that. Or even like fashion styles, I've tried to inherit some of their fashion taste and incorporate it into my own. And I feel like that's natural. A lot of people do that. A lot of people get inspired by people online, but it started to feel so ingenuine. You know, I'd even take on the ethics of others as well, and it just all felt so hypocritical. You know, there would be so many videos where I would alter the background so much that it wasn't my reality anymore. You weren't looking into what my bedroom really looks like, you know? And like that dresser normally has a TV on it, and yet here I am taking everything off of it, creating this aesthetic, what I think to be aesthetic background based on other people's opinions, and just filming there. And it just felt so weird. And even to this day, like I'll, you know, alter the pillows. I'm like, oh, that looks cute right there. I'm just gonna put that there. Has this been in there the whole time? That's embarrassing. See, it's like this can chill in the background. Who cares? That is real life. That is me watching TV earlier. So that's reality. That's my reality. We have shit on the couch, like who doesn't? And to an extent, I think it's okay to like alter your surroundings for the sake of the aesthetics of a video, because like it or not, the internet is full of wanting to look at pretty things and to have the aesthetic, I hate that word, like why, I'm tired of using that word. But you know, people generally want to look at pretty things, and if you make your video more aesthetically pleasing, then you will get more viewers. And that's what I was trying for so long, and it's just getting old and annoying at this point. So, and also just never felt genuine. For me to like make my bed and clean the room and like do all this stuff, yes, it's for the sake of the video, but at the same time, it's like, would I be doing that otherwise? Probably not. So I've recently decided that this is the year that I am going to get a real life, normal job. I know a lot of people when they come on here, like a lot of YouTubers come on to YouTube, make a video complaining about how hard their life is or how hard their job is and things like that. And I know how annoying that is to hear. Like, I get it. And a lot of people leave comments like, you just need a job. You just need a part-time job. Pick up a hobby. You know, it's not that deep, and it's really not. So I've decided to get a job. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it for a multitude of reasons. I am getting older. I feel like, you know, YouTube is a temporary career, and anyone that thinks that it's not is lying to themselves. I've literally been doing YouTube for a third of my life, so it's very significant to me. And when that chapter closes, I will probably have a mental breakdown because I can't really think about it now without crying. But I never said I'm leaving. I'm just gonna have a part-time job on the side for financial reasons as well. You know, I've never made $1 million on YouTube or anything like that. In fact, I often undercharge companies and brands when I do sponsorships and things like that, which I should get better at and like know my worth a little bit more, but I never feel important enough or worth enough to ask for like a big amount of money or anything like that. So never been rich from YouTube. In fact, if anything, it's given me a lot of debt because it has taken me a lot of time to realize how to be self-employed properly, like tax wise. But ever since making that decision to get a real job, which I think I will take you on that journey because I've been out of the workforce now for 6 years, and it's a scary thing. I've always had job anxiety, so I'm going to bring you guys along with me on that journey up until I get a job and show you the process and the kinds of jobs I'm applying for and things like that. I don't know if I'll get a job that's anything relevant to what I'm doing now. In fact, I'd prefer not to, because I don't really want to work in marketing or social media as a full-time career, even though that's where my experience has been for the last 6 to 9 years. But ever since deciding that, I've kind of had this like mindset switch of like, I get to do whatever I want. Like I don't need to care whether it gets a lot of views or makes a lot of money. Like I don't need to rely on YouTube financially, so I can literally do whatever I want. I have nothing to lose. And then it clicked that I should have had that mindset all along. And I did way early on in the beginning and for a few years in the beginning. But when it became a full-time job, unfortunately, you have to care about the numbers because you are relying on it financially. But at the same time, you need to be able to give yourself enough freedom to say, I can do whatever I want. If they choose not to watch, that's okay. Eventually something will stick and people will enjoy it and watch it. Once I have a part-time job, I don't need to think every video I post, well, I hope this makes enough for me to pay my bills. Like once I have a part-time job, then it's like freedom. And even though I don't have that job yet, I still have felt that freedom. And that's why you've seen a multitude of different types of content on my channel, because I'm just doing whatever the heck I want. And I always pretty much have been, but I've always still felt that pressure to fit into a niche. And for a while that was fashion, because I thought, you know, that's what people like from me. And then it started to get less and less engagement, and I'm like, maybe they aren't really liking it as much as I thought that they did. And that's where numbers do come in handy, because, you know, you do have to look at it to an extent, because you need to know what the viewers want to see. But then you also have to balance that with what you want to do ultimately. It really is impossible to become a YouTuber and then gain a little following and not care about the numbers. Like, I don't know any YouTuber that really lets that go and doesn't look at their social blade every now and again and doesn't keep track of subscriber count and things like that. We care, like we just do, all of us do. And whether we choose to allow that to influence what kind of content we're making, then that comes down on us ultimately. I feel like just personally, I don't want to fit into any box, because I don't in real life. You know, real life is not, you're just interested in fashion. That is such a boring life. So why would you represent that on your YouTube channel? Why don't you show yourself and like be interested in lots of things? And yeah, maybe not a lot of people care about that kind of stuff. I thought that with my horror channel for so long. I just feel like I don't need to fit into any one box, because I definitely don't in real life. So why should I even try to do it online? I don't need to replicate anyone else's aesthetic. I don't need to replicate someone else's style or ethical beliefs or try to be the perfect person on YouTube as far as like morals, ethics, and things, and projecting this. I just need to be me. I am too old and too tired to still be copying people or be really influenced by a lot of people like that. I've done that shit all my life. I've tried to fit in all my life, especially growing up and being an adolescent. Of course they would take a shower right now. I've done that shit all my life, and I'm gonna do me now. And like I said, you may look at my channel and think that I've been doing me for this whole time. And to an extent, yes, I have, because I've always been trying to find my niche, but that's exactly it. I've been trying to fit in for 9 years and nothing has stuck. Maybe I haven't tried a certain thing long enough, but then I think that in the end has given me the freedom to do whatever I want. I'm here now. I'm at this point where I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing that day and not care if it is fitting in on my channel. Like, does this video stand out? Is it too weird to post on my main channel? Should I post it on my vlog channel? Like, I'm tired of asking myself that for a lot of videos that I feel like doing, because it doesn't seem like it'll fit in on my channel. I'm just gonna do the videos, and if you don't want to watch them, that's okay, because I've always, like I said, given you the opportunity to pick and choose what you want to watch on my channel. I have tons and tons of different types of content for you, so if you don't like something, that's okay. It's just something that I'm interested in, and I'm gonna continue to post whatever I genuinely care about. Now, obviously, I do have a niche channel of my horror channel. That's a little bit different. Even that itself has branched out to not just movie reviews and things. I did want to do true crime over there, but you know, I'm still kind of trying to bring it in over here, so I'm still balancing what I'm gonna put where. But for the most part, horror is a niche, and I would not want to bring that over because of the amount of videos that I do post about horror. I feel like it's just more fitting over there. That's one niche that I care a lot about and I'm very passionate about, and don't mind having a niche channel about that, because when I get bored, I stop doing them, which you've seen on my horror channel. There's so many times when I feel like I'm just not really into horror right now as much as I normally am, so I'm not gonna post a lot on my horror channel and then I'll take like 6 months off. I don't really do that on my main channel because I just continue to find things that I feel like posting about. Because if I was a niche channel, I would get so bored. Like if I just did fashion videos, which I know I had like a good sprint there for a while of just doing fashion videos, but if that's all I did, I would get bored and I'd not want to do it anymore. And if I just did mental health videos, eventually I'd get bored of that too. Because there's only so much you can talk about in 9 years. You know, there's only so many mental health videos I can do. It's just if you do something for a long time, you're gonna get a little bored of it, like any human does if you do the same hobby for decades. Like it's gonna get old eventually. I may be more successful and make more money if I was a niche channel and I fit in more into a certain category on YouTube, but I'm not going to risk hating my job and being unsatisfied in life just for the sake of those things. I'm not just fashion, true crime, mental health, ethical consumerism, vlogging, horror. I am all of those things, and that's okay. And I'm gonna show my interest in all of those things on a variety of different channels because that is all of me, and I always want you guys to know the real me. I think this can be extended out into real life as well. I think a lot of us have trouble fitting in because we're like weird or whatever. You know, I have like 3 best friends and not that many regular friends, you know, and none of them hang out together. We don't have like a friend group or anything like that. So, and you know, that's okay. I'm completely content with my friends that I have and I love them to death, and I don't need to have like a group that I fit into. It's just the relationships and friendships that I've built over the years. Those are what stuck with me, and those are who I care about. For some reason, they like my weird ass, and you know, I've always been a little bit of a weirdo growing up and just different. It sounds so hipster and lame for me to be like, I'm such a weirdo. But like, I think that comes across in my videos. I think you guys know where I stand and how much of a weirdo I am. You know, I don't look like other people online, and I don't try to look like other people online. And I think that's another reason why I don't fit into any kind of niche is I don't try my hardest to be like other people. So that's basically all I have to say about that. I mean, I could go on and on for hours about this kind of thing, but I just wanted to get all my thoughts out there and have this conversation with you guys because it has been on my mind for literally over 2 years probably at this point, that I've just been struggling. Like, is this my last year doing YouTube? I just feel like it's hard to put into words how I feel, but I'm not ready to let it go. I'm not ready to close this chapter. I think to prolong it, I'm going to get another job so I don't have to rely on it so much financially, so I don't feel pressured to do videos that have to do well or whatever. And from now on, I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. And you know, can click on what you like and not watch the ones you don't find interesting, and that's okay. I hope that you guys always see me as like a genuine person and like a real human being, because I am, and that's why I've tried so hard in the past to fit into a niche and to fit into a box on YouTube, but ultimately I can't. And no matter how hard I try, I never will. And I finally now kind of come to accept that that's okay, because I am a real human being, and real humans don't fit into boxes. We're all unique and like different things, and I think that's great, and that we should celebrate that more, especially on YouTube, and have more diverse content, because we all like more than just one thing. So my biggest advice, if you're ever gonna make a YouTube channel, it's a hard world out there. Like, it's very competitive as of right now, and being a mid-tier YouTuber, it's a struggle, but just do whatever you wanna do, no matter what. Okay, sorry, my camera died and I was just wrapping up the video anyway. As I was saying, never try to copy copy what someone else is doing, because unless you really care about that thing and want to do it too, there's no point, because you're gonna get bored of it and they're gonna sense, your viewers are gonna sense that you don't have that passion there. So don't try to do what everyone else is doing just for the sake of views and the sake of money. But yeah, leave a comment down below and let me know how you feel about this and if you're ready for the content I have coming up. And if you have any requests, I still want to take into consideration, I mean, you guys have genius ideas sometimes that I really want to do. So please still feel free to leave requests and everything, even though I'm going to just do what I feel like doing. But I would love for you to share what you want to see from me. And of course, I'll only do the ones that I feel like doing. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.